Season 2 is finally here, and you know what that means. It is time for an updated Modern Warfare 2 Search and Destroy classes and settings video. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel, squad. Before we get into the video, I want to quickly say that my G Fuel code is currently 30% off for the entire month off of all of the energy tubs. If you guys are interested in restocking or trying G Fuel for the first time, my code is 30% off the energy tubs. Perfect time to give yourself a restock. Check it out. The link is in the description. First things first, what works for me may not work for you. I say this in every class setup video because every class setup video I get comments complaining about how my classes don't work for hardcore or some of the attachments are banned in CDL. These classes are not made for that. These classes are made towards my playstyle. These are the classes that I use in all of my videos. These are the classes that I use every day when I play this game, and I play aggressive in core search and destroy. That's what I enjoy doing, and that's what my classes are catered towards. If you see my classes, use them as a base. You can modify them to work for CDL. You can modify them to work for hardcore. You can modify them to work towards your play style, but I'm just letting you know that as they stand, the classes I'm about to show you are made for rushing in search and destroy public match. Now that's out of the way, let's get into it. Starting things off with the new ISO Hemlock Assault Rifle. I've maxed it out. I have been using it since Season 2 dropped, and it's pretty solid. It's honestly much better than I thought it was going to be because I did not like the ISO SMG in Modern Warfare 19. My attachments on the ISO, we got a very aggressive setup on it here. No barrel because this gun actually hits pretty hard as is. We do have a suppressor, the Eculus 80. Then we have the F-Tac Ripper underbarrel, the V laser, which is very important, and you will see it on lots of my classes. And I get comments every time saying, why do you run the laser? Enemies can see it. Just learn to aim at a wall instead of through a door. Just like acknowledge that your laser is seen, and it's really not that hard to deal with. The laser is just a must in this game with how much it helps with sprint to fire and ADS times. Use it, get used to it. Trust me, it's worth it. All right, we got the Cronin Mini Pro Optic, and then we have the stockless mod, AKA no stock. The tuning for this class, we got the muzzle right here. We have the F-Tac grip. The laser, which now has tuning as of Season 2, which means you can make your sprint to fire and ADS speed even better, which is actually really helpful because the sprint to fire and ADS times are really slow in this game as is. And then the sight, which I don't touch very much on, but something I do think is much known to use is always max out the far tuning on the optic because it really helps with vertical recoil. Highly recommend it if you want to get that no recoil vibe. Before we go any further, first off, subscribe if you're new. I play Search and Destroy, as you could probably tell. Join the squad. We just hit 100K. We're going after 200. Thank you. My class setup as stands. Dead silence. Always. All of my classes are gonna have the same setup here, okay? Period. Your knife, stun grenade, frag grenade, my perk package here. Double time, bomb squad, resupply, and ghost. And after the update, you get the bonus perks even faster, which makes resupply even better. Being able to have double nades, if you watch my rush drive videos, you know I love my spawn nades. And with the resupply, I can get it in round 2 now with the new update. It's kind of OP, not gonna lie. It's a little OP. The spawn nades are about to go crazy. Double time, bomb squad, resupply, ghost. Other options are great. You can run cold blood, you can run fast hands. I know a lot of people like running those too. Me personally though, I'm gonna go for the resupply every single time. Ghost has the ultimate perk. If you run survivor, don't use it. Don't be that guy. Just don't run survivor, please. Just don't. Blind eye, helpful if the enemy's absolutely shitting on you, but like I don't really think it's necessary. Quick fix, really the only one I would ever choose besides ghost is probably quick fix, but since I play solo a lot, it's just worth it having ghost to dodge UAVs. High alert, don't run that. Don't be a loser, just learn to watch your back. And then overclock, not a bad option, but dead silence isn't really like amazing in this game. If it was more like MWII's dead silence, I'd be more inclined to use overclock, but as it stands, ghost is just kind of the way to go. With these videos, I like to give you guys a lot of weapons, not just the typical meta classes you see. You know, I like to give other weapons that I enjoy using and that you see me use a lot of my videos that I think are underrated and need more love. And one of those weapons right here is the STB556. I actually really like this gun. This gun's actually become one of my favorites as of late. It's been in a bunch of my videos lately as well. Class setup for it. We have got the 508 rear guard. We have got the laser, of course, the 7MW laser, Cronin Mini Pro sight, F-Tac C11 comb, and then the Commando foregrip underbarrel. As far as tuning goes, you can see it right here for the barrel. We have tuning for the foregrip, the laser, which we can now tune, and then of course the sight maxed out the far position, and then the F-Tac comb at the end. Another weapon that is absolutely slept on, and I have been sleeping on it like crazy. I only recently started using this gun, and I kind of fell in love with it. I was under the impression the P90 in this game was pretty bad. I unlocked a gold right when the game came out, and I was grinding for Orion camo, and I didn't really use it at all since. This gun's actually kind of dirty. I recommend trying it out if you haven't used it lately. It's a fun setup. I tried to find a good mesh between ADS speed and movement with this gun because the damage is weak and the ADS is slow, which makes a bad combination. But with the right attachment combo that I have right here, it's actually a really good time. We've got the X10 R40 muzzle, the 7MW laser as always. We got the CQB stock, the TV tac comb, and then the integrated reflex rail, which gives it that weird red dot sight. But the iron sights on the P90 in this game are very mid, and this reflex rail is very helpful because it helps with your movement speed of this gun, which with how slow this SMG feels, that actually helps a lot. As far as tuning goes, we have the tuning for the rail right here. We have the tuning for the muzzle, the laser, the stock, and then finally the comb. Next up, we have a gun that was actually nerfed in the recent update, but they didn't nerf it that much because it is still nasty. We have the Mini Bach SMG, the Bison, and this class is a little toxic. I will warn you because I do run 9mm hollow point rounds. I know, frangible, a little toxic, but with the amount of ammo this gun has and how weak it kind of is, having the frangible to kind of combat that and even it out actually really helps with this gun. And it's the only gun in this game that I actually run frangible on, and honestly, I don't regret it. It actually is really worth it on this gun. As far as tuning goes, we have the Forge DX9 muzzle with the tuning right here. We have the Bach 9 barrel. Here's the tuning for that. The tuning for the hollow point rounds. And then we also are running the True Tac grip with the tuning right here. And then the Marquise R7 stock with the tuning right here. We have now reached the meta portion of the video, the Vaznev 9K, and honestly, I have a pretty simple class for it because this gun doesn't need much. Even after the nerf in Season 2, it is disgusting still, and by far the best SMG. As far as class goes, we have the 45 round mag, shark fin underbarrel, the CAS 1 barrel, the V laser, and then the R7 stock. As far as tuning goes, here goes the stock. No tuning for the mag. We have the underbarrel right here, the barrel, and then finally the laser. We have yet another meta gun, the M4A1, which is slowly becoming slept on. I'm not seeing it nearly as much in search toy lobbies, and I think a big part of that is because the TAC 56 has made the come up due to the CDL pros using the TAC 56. But people forget that the pros have been using the TAC 56 because they GA'd the M4. So the M4 is still a very nasty, very viable rifle, arguably better than the TAC 56. And here's my setup for it. I go for a nice in between. I try to keep the recoil and the long range capability of this gun still, but also giving it some mid close range capability. I definitely shoot more long range with this gun than I do with some of my other class setups though, which is why I have the high tower 20-inch barrel. I know a lot of people like some of the other barrels on this gun, but me personally, the high tower is just where it's at. We've got that. We got the Commando foregrip, the 45 round mag, the V laser, and then the Tempest Strike stock. As far as tuning goes, here we go. We got the stock, none on the mag. We have the Commando foregrip, the laser, and then ended off the barrel tuning. All right, this gun, the AK-73. I was really hoping this was gonna get nerfed in the Season 2 update, but it didn't. They didn't even touch it. And I think it's because so many people use the Vaznev now because the pros use it that they kind of forgot that this gun is literally the best gun in the game. I'm kind of unsure why people stop using it besides the fact that people watch the CDL, see them use the Vaznev, so they use it. Well, this gun's banned in the CDL, so they can't use it. Once again, similar to the M4's situation, but the AK-74U is easily the best gun in this game. Like, it's still not even close. This gun is disgusting. Please nerf it, if any word. It would mean the world to me. This gun drives me insane. But here's the class setup we rock on it. We got the high velocity ammo, phase 3 grip, V laser, R7 stock, and then the True Tac grip. As far as tuning goes, we got the grip right here, the R7 stock, the laser of course, and then we have the underbarrel and the ammunition. Got a sniper for you. I do like to take a break from rushing straight down the middle of the map to their spot every once in a while and pull out a sniper. And when I do, the MCPR is my go-to. It just is. I love this sniper. It's just consistent. I can trust it. It's great. Here's the class setup for it. And this gun actually got a little better with the update due to the fact that we can make the ADS speed even faster with the laser being on it. So we have the V laser, 5 round mag, Cronin smooth bolt, Cronin cheetah grip, and then the Merc stock. Here's the tuning. We have the laser, the rear grip, and the stock. This is one of those situations where I'm sharing something that's really not that good, but it's really, really, really fun to use. I think more people should use it. We have the X13 SMG setup. This is the X13 pistol set up like an SMG. I made a video on this. A lot of you guys watched it. A lot of people have used it, made videos on this SMG since. I kind of started the trend with it a little bit, and I'm pretty proud of that. This weapon is actually awesome. I highly recommend using it if you want to have a good time and use something different, and it could totally work as a secondary. Your mobility is just kind of slow with it. That's kind of the downside, is your movement speed is kind of shit. But as far as an SMG goes, you have a 50 round mag, you've got the Cronin rear grip, the laser, and then you have the impact point barrel and the steel fire muzzle, making it a pocket SMG that kills very fast. You rarely have to reload it, and it's just an all-around good time. This weapon is awesome. It's not meta, but it's just a really good time to use, and I think you guys should give it a try if you have not. This is probably something that you haven't seen very often on this game. As far as tuning goes, we have the tuning for the laser, tuning for the barrel, the muzzle, none on the 50 round mag, and then the Cronin rear grip. All right, we've made it to the CDL's favorite gun. We have the TAC 56, which my setup is nothing like the CDL Pro setup because I like to play aggressive. So I set this thing up very similar to my M4, where I can play aggressive with it, but also win the long range gunfights when I need to. Here's my setup for it. We got the 40 round mag, commando foregrip, 17.5 inch barrel, the V laser, and then the clean shot grip. As far as tuning goes, tuning for the grip right here, none on the mag, underbarrel foregrip, the barrel, and then of course the laser. We have reached the end, my final setup for you, and it's probably my favorite one on this list. We have the MP5. This is all reliable for me. This is my most used weapon in this game, and easily my favorite gun to use, simply because it's just an MP5. You cannot go wrong, and it's actually, for once in like, I don't even remember the last COD the MP5 wasn't meta again. I think it might have actually been the last Modern Warfare 2. Might have been the last Modern Warfare 2, but the MP5 is actually not meta in this game, but it is very close to beating the Vaznev, which makes it a perfect weapon to use to combat the Vaznev if you're like me and hate using the Vaznev, because everybody else uses it on your team and the enemy team, and it's like, just stop using the Vaznev, please. Can we like switch up the guns a little bit, people? MP5 though, here's the setup. We have the 40 round mag, 7MW laser, M sub 12 inch barrel, X10 RR40 muzzle, and then the F-Tac Tiger grip. No tuning on the mag. We got the tuning for the laser right here. I actually don't have any tuning on the barrel, just didn't see the need for it. And then we have the X10 RR40 muzzle right here, and then the F-Tac underbarrel. As far as kill streaks go in this game, I like to play aggressive, and if you're familiar with my videos, you know what my setup is, but I'm gonna go into shit anyways. We run the UAV, the VTOL, and then the chopper gunner, which is the best streak in this game. I'm sorry, it is the best streak in this game. I love the chopper gunner, and when you drop it in search, the enemy team does one of two things. They get destroyed by it, or they just all back out as soon as they hear chopper gunner inbound. Streak's nasty. Use the chopper gunner if you can manage to get the 10 kill streak in search, or if you don't even do it often, it's still worth it for the fun. Throw it on, you never know. Moving on to the settings portion of this video, I'm not going to give you some crazy complicated PC settings to make your audio super loud. I'm sweaty, but I'm not that sweaty. What I do have though is my overall settings for this game. I'm literally just gonna mute up this part and just go through all of them, which shows my controller settings, my keybinds, so you guys want to know my KBM settings, and then my audio settings that I run on this game. All of which is what I use in game. I don't use any sort of like in the game software settings to change things up, or any sort of third-party software or anything. I literally just use the settings that are on the game, and that is it. I'm just gonna mute up and scroll through it all. And for my KBM people that wanna know, I run 800 DPI. All right, squad, those are my classes and my settings on Modern Warfare 2. I know I threw a lot at you, and odds are I missed something or didn't show something or messed up in some way, or there's something I didn't answer that you want to know. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer as many comments as possible. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you found it helpful, and I will catch you all in the next one. Seek and destroy. It's Besiger.